Him being diagnosed as a narcissist does not matter. It doesn't. Some of you watching this today have been wondering, thinking, debating, and watching all of the content out there, from me to Mental Healness to Les Carter to Dr. Ramani, all the different people out there, because you're trying to look for, is there a way out of this? Because I think he might be a narcissist, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to continue to consume content to think maybe there's a way out. I get it. You're trauma bonded. You're stuck mentally and emotionally with a toxic person. You're not sure how to be free. I get it, but you're looking for something that doesn't matter. Like, how could he say this? Like, he runs a whole channel on like narcissism. Like, he's a diagnosed narcissist, and he's telling this the diagnosis doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Because I've met too many people. At the time of this recording, I've met with about 3,000 people. I've met with too many people that are looking for the diagnosis. Like, you're looking, does he actually have the 9 traits? And you've watched my video about the 9 traits. You've downloaded my PDF on the 9 traits. You've gone through and you've checked off the list. Does he have the 9 traits? There's all these different things where you're like, I don't know if he's a narcissist because he only has 8.5 of them. Like, he might not be. Technically, he only needs 5 to be diagnosed, but, you know. Too many of you are looking for the diagnosis. You are looking for, is he a narcissist or not? All the people that ask me in calls, they're like, so do you think he's a narcissist? I'm like, I can't diagnose. Like I can't tell. Like, out of what you're saying, it seems like that might be a possibility, but I can't tell you that. At the end of the day, guess what? It doesn't matter. What matters is how he treats you. Like, but he says he loves me. What matters is how he treats you. Well, he provides for me. What matters is how he treats you. Well, he says he loves me. Okay, does he demonstrate that? All right, let's talk about this. People get hung up on this. People get hung up on the diagnosis. So take the diagnosis thought and question, okay, and take it and set it back here on the shelf for just a moment. Okay, we can come back to it. You can pick it up later. You can hold that later, but just set it on the shelf for a moment. And I wanted to ask you just a simple question. How does he demonstrate love to you? You see, because some of you are going to go instantly to the material stuff. Well, he demonstrates love because he helps pay for the house and he helps pay the bills. Okay? We get an online business or a trained monkey to do that for you. So that's not really demonstrating anything. It's just money. So give me another one. Well, he demonstrates love because we go on these vacations. Okay, that's awesome. Were the vacations actually fun, or did he ruin them like he's ruined your birthday? Well, yeah, no, he kind of ruined them. Okay, so how does he really demonstrate love? It's just by taking you someplace, but making it awful. That doesn't really seem like love, does it? Well, no, it doesn't. Okay. So how does he actually demonstrate love? Well, he got me some cool stuff for my birthday. Okay, but we just said that your birthday were ruined, right? Yeah, they were. So he's just buying your love at this point. So he's just treating you like, hey, I can pay money and she'll still stay with me. I can pay money and I'll get sex from her. You see what I mean? Yeah, I guess so. No, you either see it or you don't. How is he actually demonstrating love? You have to get really clear with this. Like, if you do not get really clear with this subject, you will continue to pull this back off the shelf and be like, oh, yeah, he might not be a narcissist, so let me stay. How is he demonstrating love? That's just 1 out of like 100. How's he demonstrating honesty? Well, he's been honest. Okay, has he cheated? Well, yeah, but just twice, and then he was honest about it. How is he honest about it? He told you, hey, honey, I'm heading out the door to go cheat with this person. Is that okay? Well, no, he didn't tell me until I caught him. Okay, so he's not honest. Well, but he says he's honest. Okay. Has he been honest to you? Well, kind of. He either has or he hasn't. There's not a kind of. There's not a, oh, I'm half honest. Do you see how, like, some of these examples, you try to weasel your way out of the facts? How does he demonstrate integrity? How does he demonstrate respect? Well, he respects me. Okay, how? Well, he disciplines the kids. Okay, and then how does he treat you? Well, he disciplines me too. He kind of yells at me. Like last night, he screamed in my face. Okay, so how's that demonstrating respect? Well, he said that it's because I don't respect him. Okay, how is he demonstrating respect to you? Well, I don't know. Exactly. You see, when we start putting the word demonstrate in front of a lot of the things, you understand it starts throwing out the diagnosis, because the diagnosis doesn't matter. The diagnosis ends up being the crutch for you that lets you stay in the relationship longer than what you should. And you're like, well, but maybe I can stay in it. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay for me to be here now, because maybe I'll get better. And oftentimes people keep looking for the diagnosis, thinking, hoping, praying that it's going to get better, but it never does. Because of the simple fact that they're looking for a diagnosis. They're looking for the label. And when they don't see the label, then they think, I don't have the right to leave. He's not classified as an abuser, so therefore I can't leave because it doesn't match up with my morals. It doesn't match up with my conviction. It doesn't match up with my religion. So I guess I have to stay because he's not actually a narcissist, because I can't diagnose him. He says I can't diagnose him. He also won't get diagnosed. He also won't go to therapy. He also won't love or care or respect me because none of it's demonstrated. But then we're still sitting back and we're like, I would leave if he was a narcissist. People do this all the time with cheating. I would leave if he was cheating. Then you catch him cheating and you still stay. Like, people make that excuse all the time, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't really believe you, because I've seen too many people that have said, well, if he cheats on me, then I'll leave. Guess what? If you've communicated that to him, that's the one thing he'll never admit to, and the one thing you'll pretty much never find out about. And if you do find out about it, he will never admit it. And you'll be like, okay, I will leave if he cheats on me. He cheats on you. You find out about it. You don't leave. And you're like, okay, I will leave if he cheats on me and he admits to cheating on me. Okay, then he never admits to cheating on you. Then you stay. Do you see how this mindset will leave you stuck in a toxic environment over and over and over again? Because too many of you are counting the DSM-5 traits, wondering, hey, how many does he match up? It's only 4.5, so therefore I'm locked and loaded. We have to stay in this relationship. I'm doomed for life, and that's okay because that means he's not a narcissist and he can change. Guess what? Nobody can change in the entire planet unless they're willing to be honest, vulnerable, or show this consistency in how they're developing and growing themselves every single day. No one. And so when you sit there and you try to justify it to stay in the relationship longer, that's abusing you, that's hurting you, that's slowly killing your self-esteem and your confidence and destroying your kid's future, all because you're too stubborn to see how he's abusing you by what's demonstrated? All because you're too stuck in the mindset that you know better when you're ignoring facts? When you're ignoring stuff that's publicly demonstrated to you? The diagnosis doesn't matter. Does it help? Yeah. Does it matter? No. You don't need a diagnosis to leave a toxic person. Abuse is abuse. Toxic is toxic. Gaslighting is gaslighting. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the labels. It matters you. You're the person that matters. The problem is, over a period of time, you've convinced yourself, from him projecting on you and him lying to you and you lying to yourself, that you don't actually matter because your worth is wrapped up in his validation of you, his perspective of you, and as a result, you don't make a move because you're sitting there trying to justify it. Well, he's not a narcissist. Okay. Is he a cheater? Is he a liar? Is he an abuser? What does this actually look like for you? I don't want you to stay stuck. I can't make you be free. I can't force you to get free. I can't twist your arm to value yourself. I can't force you to actually start looking at yourself. And I just hope and pray as you look at my content, as you look at the stuff that I'm putting out there, even if you look at the content that I put out now compared to a year ago, compared to 2 years ago, like, it has changed. It has transformed of how I communicate, of how I interact, of the things that I speak and the things that I say, because I know and I see more often that people will stay stuck in toxic relationships until they wake up from the fact that you're looking for a diagnosis from a person that's never going to get it, that's never going to validate, that's never going to give you closure because he's toxic and he doesn't care about you. And I can prove that by the facts that you tell me on a day-to-day basis of how he demonstrates it. Because there's not any facts that support him demonstrating his love, his care, his honesty to you. Are you tired of looking for all the signs to justify you leaving? Because until we change your mindset, won't matter. You can have all the signs. We see it. You can have all the abuse, mental, emotional, physical, sexual, won't matter. You'll still stay. Because until you change the mindset, until you rewire your thoughts about the actual issue, until you deal with the facts of the situation, you won't be free. You will stay stuck forever. You see it all the time. So I need you to understand this. The diagnosis doesn't matter. What matters is how does he actually demonstrate? Take the word demonstrate, put any other word behind it. How does he demonstrate love, care, respect, honor, dignity, vulnerability, faithfulness? Doesn't matter. Stop looking for the diagnosis today and start evaluating your relationship based on the facts of the situation, because the facts, once you look at them, are the only thing that will set you free, that will liberate your mindset. If you don't look at the facts, you will stay stuck in a toxic relationship forever.